Okay. Holy shit. Hey everybody, it's Rob at Smirking Gun Reviews. We're back with more of The Expanse Season 3. We are at Episode 8. It's called It Reaches Out. Full spoilers, but really, we're just going to be talking about a couple of things here. Because, wow. Yeah, I didn't really make a big deal about Miller's reappearance, Thomas Jane back on the show here for however long it's going to be. It's incredible to have him back. And wow, what a way to bring him back. I mean, if they were going to bring him back, I guess this was what I thought. It would be in my imagination of thinking about this beforehand, before any of this. But when Miller died, I was trying to figure out if he ever were to come back, how would it be? And this is pretty much how I saw it. But really quick, I do want to talk about a couple of things I missed. And mostly because once I started talking about Chris Owens and the X-Files connection, and I kind of just drifted off that. Him and Anna's interaction now, his name is Colvord. Chris Owens, his character is Colvord. And I like their interaction last episode and this episode, kind of basically the whole science versus God conversations that they're having. And her responses to them are like, I didn't come here on an angel. Those kind of responses, like she may be a person of faith, but it doesn't mean that she doesn't understand or believe in science. So I really like that. They say even more of that, like when they talk about the ring, Chris Owens' Colvord does say, like, what if it's an exit? So that's kind of what I was thinking. But like it's a door, possibly. I mean, it has to be something along those lines. And this girl, the one that blew up that's gonna blow up the science ship. Whatever that shit is she's taken that turns her into the She-Hulk. Whew, boy. Head go squish. Ow. I mean, thank God the guy was already dead. But here's the thing I don't understand. And it's just a nitpick. Why was she so concerned about cleaning up the mess? It's not like anybody was going to be back there to, find it. If she's blowing the place up, what does it matter what it looks like? It's just her, the dead guy, and the other guy. And he's up there doing whatever. So I just didn't understand the whole cleanup thing, why that was in there. It just didn't make sense unless she was just freaking out, thinking if somebody stopped her while she's planning to blow the place up, I guess. But just the longer it takes to do all that, the less I don't know. I'm not going to dwell too much on that. But Anna sees her later on the ship after she almost gets them killed coming back. She's messed up. And she's not the only one. But so Anna sees her on the ship and tries to, hey, are you okay? Again, for story-wise, we don't get answers right now. We don't get her pushing like, hey, I saw somebody, she clearly is, something's troubling her. But we're not going to focus on that right now. We're going to worry about that down the road. It kind of annoys me when they do that on TV. But whatever. It's just a thing they do to draw out the dramatic tension. And so that's what's going on there. And then whatever, all the stuff that's going on with Holden. Stephen Strait, like I've said really early in the series, that I was never the biggest fan of his. But I have come to really, really like him on this show. And in this episode, he gets to do a lot of great acting. And the writing in this episode is fantastic. And again, visuals on point, but the whole psychological aspect of this. But before we get to the psychological aspect of this, I just want to talk about, okay, so the camera operator is also one of these kind of saboteurs. Okay, so you got the girl on the one ship who plants a bomb. And now you got this guy sabotaging the Rocinante, putting in things that he shouldn't be. Getting spotted by Amos doing it, kind of. So I was a little surprised at that. He looked suspicious. After the guy left, Amos looked, like behind him, like, Am I missing something? What was this guy doing back here? So I'm a little surprised that he didn't do a little checking around, but again, story-wise, this is where it's going, so Amos isn't going to look any further than the writers wanted him to. But I want to know who's doing this. Because clearly, I'm pissed. Not at the episode, but I'm mad. Like, who's doing this to Holden and his crew? And I'm trying to think of who's got an axe to grind, and I'm like, well, Mao would have an axe to grind, maybe. And then you got Dawes, who maybe has an axe to grind. This could be something that Ehrenreit's trying to pull so that everybody fights against the belt. I don't know. But whoever it is a fucking asshole. So, Holden's burned out. He starts seeing Miller, which is fantastic. Doors and corners, doors and corners. So now I'm starting to understand why it's on my shirt and why it's very important, why there's a hashtag doors and corners. Picture is starting to come more into place. It's not just the way it wasn't just about how he talks about going into a room and watching your doors and corners, but it starts to mean something. And Holden thinks he's going crazy, checking himself for the proto-molecule, checking himself his brain scan. The reporter on board who says she has psychotherapy, whatever, and says she'll never repeat whatever Holden tells her. What's with this chick? First she throws herself at Amos to have sex, which is unprofessional, and now she's saying that she is knows about psychology. And then she walks away and talks about how many awards she's going to get. This girl's all over the place, and I do not like her. I don't like these two. Can we throw them out the airlock, please? I know that may be harsh on her part, but definitely the dude, all right? Send his blind ass into outer space. So as the episode goes along, we start to figure out that Miller is trying to say something, but it's not really Miller. It's the proto-molecule. And probably it's telling them because part of it is on that ship. It is its way to reach out. Holy shit, we got a title. I didn't even mean to say that. That was not planned. Like most of my stuff that I say, it's all improvised, so I didn't even realize I was going to say that. But through Miller's memories, it is trying to get its message across. Now everybody's talking about, and of course, to go back to that stupid ass belter. Now everybody's trying to say that belters are, they don't belong here. That of course it's a belter that did this, and then you got just Ashford saying, that the inners would have been tapping, but it's a belter that knocked on the door, to kick the door down. That's nothing to be proud of. Not always. That does not always work. Bad things can happen when you just kick a door in. If you don't know what's on the other side of that door, just kicking the door down does not always help. That is a pretty stupid way of looking at it. But so it's trying to tell Holden something through the construct of Miller, who keeps, anytime somebody's paying attention, it kills the communication and it has to get rebuilt again and then get back to the way it was, to where the conversation was. And we still don't quite get to the end of it until Holden says to, we got to slow the ship down because sometimes it's hard to keep it all upstairs. So somebody sends a message saying it's Holden, that they're Holden. It's Holden's face saying that the belt is going to take the ring. They're the only ones who should have it. And clearly they're being set up. Clearly that video was put in by that dickhead, blind, whatever. I don't know, maybe he's not blind. He looks like he's got a bunch of gears in his head. So I guess maybe he's his eyes are computers. He's done that. And unfortunately, because the situation is so intense, we don't get to fix that. But now everybody is pointing their guns at Holden because of this. And Naomi's trying to say that it's, Holden wouldn't do this. She's trying to tell that the drummer who would know this. You got Ashford. Everybody's kind of right here and wrong about the wrong thing, though. I mean, we all know that Holden wouldn't do this. We all know that somehow this, I don't know how they did this, but they have no choice. Everybody, the behemoth fires a missile at him. And all Holden can figure out through the message that Miller gives him, or the protomolecule gives him through Miller, is to slow the ship down, flip it around, and go towards the ring. And it's the only thing that's going to save their life, because as Holden says to Miller, if you need my help, if you need a ship, if I have to be alive, there has to be a ship in order for us to do what you want. And so it sends them hurtling towards to the ring, and then time stops as the missile is about to hit them. That's pretty much like where we leave the episode off. It is a damn fine, fast, and intense episode. And those are really the only two things, like the bomb going off and this whole thing going on and Miller showing up. It's pretty intense and crazy. I am tired, so I apologize if this video is all over the place. So I will not be doing any more episodes tonight. I need to relax and start over again. I got one more day left of my vacation, so we will probably be able to at least knock out 2 more episodes tomorrow. We've also got Walking Dead, The Man in the High Castle Season 3, and a movie that I will be reviewing tomorrow for my Essential Film Series. So a lot going on tomorrow. So anyway, if you liked this video, please hit the like button, comment, share, subscribe, all that jazz. If you want this shirt, you can get it at Redbubble. Otherwise, we are doing the contest at the end of Season 3 reviews. I've repeated this before. If you haven't heard it before, I will repeat it some other time. So anyway, this is Rapid Sparking on Review saying thanks for checking this out. Thanks for all the support, and we will see you on the next video.